going to show you how to plant ginseng seed. My name is Colwell, Colwells Ginseng. I'd like to show you a little bit of how-to video on how we plant our seed, so you can go out in the woods, plant wild simulated seed. First thing we do is we come out, we obviously pick a decent spot. We look at the leaf litter to try and see if it's got the proper amount of leaf litter on the ground, what type of leaf litter it is. We don't want a lot of oak, we want lots of soft hardwoods, maples, cherries, birch, beech, things like that, so that you've got a good leaf litter. There's not a lot here right at this section, but we're going to fix that. This here is one of the most favorite tools you're going to have to plant ginseng seed. It's a good old-fashioned garden rake, and what we're going to do is we're going to come in here, and once we pick a spot out, we're just going to show you a small spot right here, and we reach out, we drag these leaves back right to your feet. When you're doing so, you want to get everything back. Don't worry about it to scratch the dirt up, because you're going to want to scratch it up anyways. You come back over here and do the same thing again. And as I said, I'm just making a small one here, so you get the general idea. You can make it as big or as little as you want, anywhere from 5 to 10 feet wide, 20 foot long. I usually recommend that you work in 1,000 square feet increments if you can, because of 1 pound of seed is about 6,000 seeds at a pound. And we recommend anywhere between 8 and 12 feet a square foot. That'll give you roughly 1 pound of seed at 1,000 square feet. In doing so, that'll give you about 40 pounds the acre. Anywhere between 25 40 pounds of the acre, you shouldn't have a whole lot of trouble with disease. What we do is we make sure we pick up a lot of our things like this, get them out of the way, all your sticks. You rake your leaves back, like I said, I'm just showing you a small one here. Then take and rake it back the other way, pretty hard. What you're doing here is you're loosening up the soil, because you want the soil loose enough. Once you get your seed in there, it's going to be in the dirt. I can't emphasize that enough. It's got to be in the dirt. The seed, we literally just get about half a handful and just start sprinkling. And if you do this enough times over the years, you'll learn how much to sprinkle, so that you get that 8, 10, 12 seeds a square foot. And just sprinkle your seed on there like that. Close it up, put it aside. Then what you're going to do is get back to your garden rake. We're going to take this rake, instead of scratching it like this, we want you to turn it upside down. We're going to lean down here, get low. You're going to skip this soil. What you're doing is you're burying that seed, so that once you get that in there, you can hardly see the seed at all, because it's buried in the dirt. There again, you've got to get your seed in the dirt. You notice I'm walking on this, it won't hurt it a bit. Some people actually think you ought to pack it in. I don't necessarily. What we do next is we grab a little bit of straw. And the reason we do this is because, as you can see, you don't always have the right amount of mulch where you're planting. And through the winter, you got to have mulch. Through the summer, through the spring, you got to have mulch on it, because otherwise it will dry out. If it dries out and the seed dries out, you lose it. Even in the winter, it gets really cold and the snow's blowed off there. If there's not enough mulch on it to keep it moist, to keep it warm, it'll literally freeze dry. Because I've seen it happen, we will do it. While I'm putting this down, one thing I want to mention is, when it comes to seed, I always recommend that you get your seed, any planting stock, off a reputable grower, somebody that's already grown ginseng in the woods, because they know what they're doing. They've been doing it for years. There's quite a few wild simulated ginseng growers out there that's been growing in the woods. A few larger farms like myself, a couple others, that will you can call, you can get a hold of them, and they'll literally answer any questions you have. Once you put that little bit of seed, that straw down, tie it down a little bit, then what we want you to do grab a hold of your leaf. Grab a hold of that leaf, literally be scraped up, and put it right on top of it. Pick it back up, put it right on top. What we're doing here is we're adding that little bit of mulch right back on top of that so that you're not losing any. And you can, like I said, you can pat it down a little bit more, and what this does when you're doing that, you can feel just how much mulch you have on it. You usually want, I try to tell everybody, you usually want about 2 inches of mulch on, because through the winter with the snow and everything, that mulch is going to go down to about half, 3/4 of an inch. So that's what you want come spring, so that it pushes back up, so it can back up and grow. As you can see there, once you get that done, almost looks like you didn't do anything here at all. Your seed's in the ground, you're walking on it, you're not hurting anything, it's staying moist, you've got the mulch on it. One more thing is, I've always said, if the maple leaves are down, the best time to plant this, if the maple leaves are down, your seed should be in the ground. The reason I say that, the best time to plant is in the fall, just like Mother Nature. Because you've got to get it to the dirt, you've got to get the mulch on it. Make sure you use a reputable grower that knows what he's doing, because he'll help you out. Maple leaves down, seed should be in the ground. If you have any questions, you can get on my website at www.colwellsginseng.com. Send me off an email. I always answer my emails. You can call me, leave a message, I'll call you back. But that's how we plant. That's how we planted for years and years and years. We plant other methods also, but this is the best way to show you, the beginner, how to plant out in the woods. That's how you plant ginseng, fellas. That's how you plant seed. Have a good day. Denny Colwell, Colwells Ginseng. Happy planting.